Mentioned John Mulaney because that's also a comedian I thought of while watching you. And I in Washington Post profile of you from 22, you talk about advice you get from people, or you go to comedians and after a show and you ask them to give you one note on your routine. And one, I believe this is yeah, Billy Crystal told you to get rid of the handheld mic and start using a headset. And the other thing I noticed that when you got rid of the handheld mic, you don't just stand in one place. Like you get your steps in just for us. I mean, I was winded by the time the special was over because you ran laps around the stage. So, what are some of the best notes you've received thus far?
Well, Stephen Colbert encouraged me to find more stillness on stage, which I assume I still have work to do with. And no, that's kidding. But he did. Although if you think about it, my favorite moments of the special are so many. There's a heavy pause in the special. There's a 26-second pause in this comedy special. And it's the most, to me, it's the most riveting moment of the special. So I mean, I did try to take that advice. Although, by the way, I usually need to hear a really good note two or three times from two or three smart people before I. So, like, I got that note from Colbert, but I really got it from Alex Timbers, who like showed me where to put it and how to get it there. Um, Steve Martin gave me a joke, like a one-liner, which is like one of my favorite one-liners in the show. I won't say which one because um, it needs a lot of context and it needed to be adjusted. But it was like um, Seinfeld told me not to address. Seinfeld gave me a note about something that got a laugh, but was but takes the audience slightly out of the show. And that's another thing where it's like you want whenever your comedy hero gives you a note, it sort of lets you it sort of lets you breathe a little bit. It sort of lets you like because usually it's a masterclass note. It's a note that only someone who has done it a lot would give to someone else who's doing it.
Mhm.
And you know that something's wrong, but you can't quite identify it. And you're trying to get laughs. And usually, by the way, the greatest notes are the ones that take some laughs away, which sounds really counterintuitive because you're aiming to go for the laugh, but aiming for a more high quality laugh, aiming for a laugh that's a little bit more fulsome, those are the best notes. So Jerry's note, Jerry, like he's my neighbor, but you know the guy who played
What?
Jerry on Seinfeld. But yeah, I mean, like
Well,
the Jerry's notes, Billy's notes. Billy's note was huge. So